Okay, and from royalty we go to more royalty here, BG. And this one is not a kickboxing fight. This one is in fact Muay Thai. So the knees and elbows will be legal in this one. And here we see the King of Kings, really, bro. We have Superlek coming up against Nabil Anane, and I'm very excited for this one. Superlek Bantamweight, Muay Thai, and Flyweight kickboxing champion.
Yeah.
15 1-0 on an 11 fight streak. Of course, the last time devastating Jonathan Haggerty with that elbow that will live in infamy for the rest of time. I think
Yeah.
coming up against the prospect here, the guy that we were all very excited about, Nabil
Mm.
Anane. 6-1-0 in the one championship. He's on a 6 fight streak. This is, of course, a rematch. The
Yeah.
only one loss that Anani has in the one championship did, of course, come to Superlek, who
Mhm.
finished him on the night. So, BG, much of the same for the rematch, or do you think Anan has evolved sufficiently to dethrone the champion here, bro?
Mm. Yeah, good question. I don't know if it's gonna be the same outcome like we did it, like we saw it in the first fight. I think Anana has definitely grown exponentially since that fight. I mean, he's still very young, he's only 20 years old, but I mean, he was much younger because that was what 3 years, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I think. So I mean, he was a child essentially, and he's grown in more into his body right now. And the fight, if you watch that fight watch that fight back, you will notice how nervous Nabil actually looked in that fight. He looked very uncomfortable, and Super looked like he had a lot of fun with it. Super looked like he was intrigued by the matchup. He was like, "Oh, 6'4", this is gonna be fun for me
Yeah.
to try and compete against." He looked amped for that matchup, and he does for this fight as well. But I think this time it's gonna be different. I think Anan has grown big enough for me to actually see this fight go a lot more competitive. We might even see Super in deep waters here. Because what I noticed from Anan is he doesn't look scared. He looks very, very comfortable in his frame right now. He looks like he's composed and happy to be in the cage now. He doesn't look like he's discouraged by the occasions like he was when he was fighting that fight. I mean, that was his first fight in one championship was against Superlek. You know what I mean? So you can imagine that there was a lot of jitters since then. And after that, he went on there, bro, beating all the top contenders, all of
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? Kulapdam, Lobo, the Cocarillo. He's taken out the guys who are in the top five, in the top echelon of this division. So yeah, I'm excited to see this matchup, and I think again, Superlek did the right thing to beat someone with this length, and that's to take away the base. He took away Nabil's legs essentially that he wasn't able to actually use them anymore, and I think that's the key to victory here because Nabil's striking with his hands are phenomenal. He tends to throw a lot of 1-2s, hits the body, counter elbows when he steps back. But Superlek is not going to put himself in that kind of position. He's like you said, he's the king of kings. And you watch Superlek fight, he, he finds ways to beat people in a way that like, oh, did he do that? Like, oh, where did he go and fetch that from?
Yeah.
Superlek is just that good. He's just like the guy he knocked out Agadi. Like no one in
Exactly.
all thought he was going to do that, and he did it. You know what I mean? So, and also the way he fought. If you look at the fight against Superlek and Takero, Superlek is just the way he twitches, the way he flows through that twitch movements. It's a second to none. It's absolutely second to none in the one championship, and I'm gonna have to go with Superlek again. As much as I'm a Nabil fan through and through, and I think he's in the position here to really like shift the game into his favor. Superlek's only 29 years old. He's not washed out. The dude's elite of elite. He's looking to really like reign this one championship for another 3-4 years, maybe even longer than that. And yeah, I haven't seen someone yet fight Superlek other than what's his name, Ilyas Anahachi. He was the only one to beat Superlek. He beat Superlek in points by just outpointing him and out being more active and making Superlek miss a lot. I don't even know if Nabil can do that. I think Superlek is going to take out his legs again. If Nabil doesn't find a way around that, if he doesn't make it a dogfight from the beginning and actually make Superlek fight with the back foot and use his length, abuse it, beat the fuck out of Superlek, make him not want to be in there with you, make it very difficult for him. Um, yeah, and I can see it. I can see him actually winning the fight. But yeah, Superlek's no one's able to get past the kicking machine, and I think we're going to see it again.
Yeah, give thanks, PG, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts in the comments on this one. But yeah, bro, Nabil Anan, bro. I mean, the first thing that strikes you when you look at him is the height, of course, and
Yeah,
that is such a puzzle to negotiate. But again, I just think because Super League has figured the puzzle out previously,
yeah,
I don't think. again, Anand has improved leaps and bounds since his debut. Leaps and bounds, man.
Yeah,
Nobody can argue against that. But um, I just think that the only real advantage that he will have against Superlek is his height. Technically
yeah.
speaking, he's not gonna out technique him.
Mm,
He's not gonna
mm,
out dog him. If
mm.
anything, Superlek might scare this man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By showing because he's only 19 years old, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't see the height being a factor because Super League has cracked that puzzle. So again,
yeah,
I'm gonna go for a Super League win here.
yeah,
And yeah, big fan of Nabil, but yeah, I just think we say this so much on the show, but there's levels to the game, Brian.
yeah,
He's got a
yeah.
long way to grow, but if he does get it done, it's a massive, massive win for him, bro. That is like
Big ups.
blow up his whole career, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, very excited for that one. I think bar the main event, that's probably the one I'm most excited for.
Mm, mhm.
But all right, PG, any final thoughts here on this one before we move?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna highlight what you just said. I think that was an amazing point. Superlik does have that aura about him. He does scare opponents. He does make you almost freeze up. You know, we look at a lot of his fights. The athletes when they get in there with him within the first minute or so, they go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is this I'm fighting against?" And if you look at Superlik's face, the dude's hungry for the dude. When Rateng cracked him open with that elbow, as you can see on screen there, and the blood was gushing down his head, he was like, and like he walked Rotang down. I was like, what the hell is going on here? But and I thought he was gonna lose
Yeah,
that fight against Rotang, but oh my word. He proved to me that this dude he's not scared of anything. He's not afraid of being punched or kicked or being bled. And that can make you feel very discouraged as an opponent. If you're hitting him with an elbow and you cash him open and he walks you down with a smile, you ask yourself, is this man real?
yeah.
Is he human? You know what I'm saying? It's a scary thing to fight against. So yeah, that's a very big point to make there. I hope that Nabil doesn't get discouraged and actually makes it a nice spectacle for us.
Yeah, because I mean, the more I'm thinking about it realistically, I don't see Nabil finishing Super League, bro. And I think that
Really?
if the fight does go over is it 3 rounds,
Mm-mm, it's 5.
5 rounds? So if the
Yeah.
fight does go the distance, I do think Super League's gonna win it. But yeah, I don't see a finish for him. I think Super League's just way too durable, bro. Like, and it might just be kind of the exposure that I've had to him, but like, I think
Yeah.
back immediately to that Takeru fight when he
Yeah.
just had like, I don't know how many punches it was unanswered, bro, with his hands down, and he just carried on like nothing happened, bro. So it's very difficult for me to see a finish, bro. I know Nabil is deadly, but yeah, I just
Yeah.
think Super League's gonna show the experience, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be too much for Nabil on the night.